Welcome to your Lilywhites podcast. This one's an FA Cup one. Extra preliminary round for us as we ended East Sussex on what was an overcast day with a bit of rain, and it seemed like the pitch was a bit of against us. Don't go into the long grass, everyone. As always, the Lilywhites podcast is for the fans, but it's here for the reviews of everyone. If there's a way you think we can improve it, drop us a line. If you'd like to be on it, drop us a line. And also as well, don't forget, you can now listen to your match day radio if you can't make the game. Make sure that you tune into the social media, get the link, listen on MixLR, and add yourself into the comments by letting us know what you think the scores will be. And as always, up the Lilywhites.
Yeah. I'm here with Shay. First time on the pod. I know that you just said you're in the military, so thank you for your service first of all. But away here today for the Lilywhites, catching a 1-0 win in the FA Cup. How was it for you?
It was pretty. It was hard work, to be honest. It was certainly a heavy pitch, quite a grassy pitch. Certainly a change from usual home games on a 3G. It's sort of hard work. The team worked really hard to sort of contain them at certain spells of the game. I thought the quality told in the end. I thought moments of the game just showed, and it had it. I thought it deserved win in the end. Large majority of that game, I thought Faversham Town dominated. Sort of early starts of the first half, early starts of the second half. Bexhill really went for it, but since then, I thought Faversham controlled it and won the game deservedly.
And that's what it's all about, really. Getting the 1-0 win here, and again riding out those early bits of pressure, riding out the early bits of pressure in the second half. Yes, and it sort of shows as the players are getting clapped off here by the supporters and the members of the board. But what most excites you about what you've seen from the Lilywhites so far? I mean, I'll take it you probably have seen the first game on the YouTube, but what's exciting you so far about this team?
Well, I was at Glebe last week on the 3G, and I thought we controlled the game throughout that game, and Glebe didn't get a sniff. And I just see so much sort of experience in this team. Players that have played at such a higher level than teams like Bexhill. I've seen Kieran Campbell, who's got such a live wire. Nathan Wood's got pace in the middle of the park, and experienced players around them sort of players just make so much difference at this sort of level. And you expect for Faversham Town to dominate it at Skeffel level. There's no doubt, I feel, that Faversham should go up, really.
Well, that's what we hope. Anyways, thank you for your time. Thank you for yourself. And as we always say on the podcast, up the Lilywhites.
Up the Lilywhites, absolutely.
Mick, FA Cup preliminary round, completed it. 1-0 win here. Yes, should have probably been 2 with the missed penalty. But what's your view of it?
I think the guys have come out and played really, really solid. I think it's been the pitch is a heavy pitch, and it's been quite difficult all round. But I think the one thing you saw from Glebe last week, different pitch, different team, but it's been solid, isn't it, all the way through? And it's nice. I mean, having Tashi up front, Nathan as well, they was really good. They was at them all the time. I don't know, like a pair of smoking aces. They were in, they ran it all the time, and we got Nathan in the first half, got a good goal, and it was a good shot as well. It was nothing fluky about it, nothing bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, with a heavy pitch, I reckon Tashi's goal. If it isn't a heavy pitch, I reckon Tashi's goal goes in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good for Nathan.
Yeah.
I know how hard he works.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Nathan. But coming away today, like you said, like it's nice to see that. It's not just Payne who's going to score our goals this year. We've had different scorers all over the gaff, and also as well, the players are getting on the coach with you guys, and it's a really good intermixture here, isn't it? The manager was on the coach today. I know that some of the other staff came down in the minivan. How important is it that this club keeps that club mentality of everyone being around each other?
It's really good because you get to know and understand the players. You build up that bond with them, and it was really good. I mean, we're talking about the goals, but even at the back, Bradley and that, they were like the coagulant that held the team together. We played out from the back. Nothing was ever sloppy from the back. It was solid all the time, and that's what you've got to look for. And getting to know these players and seeing them on a week-to-week basis is what you're looking for.
It is, yeah. And just another one. I know you travelled away today, and your missus was here with you today. But you know, how important is it again, like that people just keep coming to games, you know, home or away? And obviously we've introduced Lilywhites Radio. But how impressed are you with the club and the way that the supporters come out and how the club supports its fans?
It's a long travel. You're still getting fans out. You're getting people coming, supporting the players, the team, getting behind them in every aspect of it. And when you look at how well we performed, it's not a massive scoreline. Last week, probably there was a few heads turned for 4-0. This is 1-0. But I would have said this was harder to play the game. When you look at what Jacob did, it was almost like they took a vow of chastity. He never even saw the ball, did he? It was like they vowed not to shoot. Well, he touched the ball 2-3 times in the half, if that.
Yeah, I don't think he made.
He didn't make.
Early on, he made some really crucial saves
in the first half, but not second half. Second half, he was a bystander.
Yeah, of course he was. And like we just said, it's a fucking heavy pitch. Like it is, you know, and they had to play on it as well. Bexhill, this isn't their home ground, and you know they had to not scramble for a pitch, but they had to get a pitch. So both of that, but it isn't hot. Neither team could really play football out there today. So if you are a spectator and you see 1-0, you think, oh, it wasn't a great game. It actually was. And even though at times it got a bit scrappy, it's probably what you were looking for in this type of game. Last question I want to ask you. Yep. The penalty. What do you make on that missed penalty?
It's hard. It was a low penalty, and obviously ground involved. You look at this, looks lovely to look at, but you look at the makeup of the pitch and everything else. It's like playing on pineapple chunks. It took bumps, it took lumps. It was quite difficult. Do you know what I mean? And that's what you've got to look at. I mean, there were no good passes. Most of the good passes that cut through them in the second half were aerial. Guy brought it down and then went with it. Flat balls, you just couldn't do it. You could not do it. It was a tough ask on a day like today. And I think we gave as good as the pitch would allow. I don't think this was a 4-0 pitch.
I think if they had somehow got a draw, I don't think they would have survived playing against us, playing almost shadow. Because at one point as well, it looked like Bexhill were just sort of camped out in their own half. Especially, I think in the first half, I was commentating and I saw every Bexhill player, and we were 1-0 up. Every Bexhill player was back there, and it's sort of a testament to us as well, because teams now look at us and go, well, they've got experience, but they've also got these really KC today. Every time he picks up today, 3 or 4 players couldn't touch him, and that's what
KC was past players, left, right, and centre. I mean, he was untouched. To me, KC was man of the match. Yeah. I think Nath had a good game as well. I don't think there was a bad performance in the team whatsoever. And I think, apart from the penalty miss. But
no, you've got to be brave. You've got to be brave to take a penalty.
You've got to be on a pitch like this, and again, it was low. As soon as it touches the floor, passes were dying dead. It was difficult. It was a difficult pitch, a difficult thing, and we've got the result. And rather than turn and look at the negative of we've only just scored 1 goal, maybe look at what Jacob had to do. And it was nothing.
I believe we have got an away tie next, so I think it's Littlehampton or Mersham. Yep. I know it's guaranteed. Yeah. You looking forward to that one? Another away day?
Yeah, another away day. You can't beat an away day.
Oh, let's hope for some sun. Anyways, thank you for your time, Mick. Up the Lilywhites.
Up the Lilywhites.
Woody, man of the match performance from you today, grabbing a goal, but realistically, it was your performance off the ball and with taking the ball that really took everyone by storm today. How do you feel?
No, over the moon. I think the main thing is we got through to the next round. It wasn't easy out there. I don't want to blame the pitch, but the pitch was difficult, conditions were difficult, and it's good that we kept a clean sheet. It probably could have had 1 or 2 more, but it's a good positive start to the season.
Yeah, everyone had to play on it. It's equal season, but it is heavy out there. But like we've said off camera to a few others, they've never played here before. We never played here before, so yeah, it makes it difficult. But you really put it out, and I know the supporters love it out there. You go and give your all. You get your body in the way, you make tackles, you put crosses in. And I know last year we were just saying off the camera as well, about how you wanted to add goals and it just wasn't falling. Today it fell for you, and what a goal, hey? Talk me through it.
No, I want to say thank you to the supporters though. We had a good support here, all travelled on a coach of us. So I want to say thank you for them to coming down and taking time to come down. No, the goal was all right. It just fell nicely. And then...
I know you're going to be watching that one on the highlights. Obviously, we could have gone 2-0 up if Billy didn't miss the penalty, but taking penalties is hard, so we're not going to knock him for it. But did you try and take the pen? Did you want it?
I didn't, no.
No?
To be fair, we done penalties midweek as well. It's just one of them things. Everyone missed pens. It's a difficult thing. Fair play stepping up, but he's just got to score the next one now.
I don't know if Steph will let him take the next one. But no, well done today, mate. Well done, and I know that it means a lot. And you are the man of the match, so I will. I'll get the photo, and well done, bro.
Cheers, Brownie, top man.
Gaffer, 1-0 win here in the extra preliminary round of the FA Cup. How did you see it?
Listen, exactly. We come here, no disrespect to the conditions and everything. It's just a case of getting the job done and going in the next round. The FA Cup for every club's about staying it as long as possible, and we're no different. So they've come and given us a really good game today, and the one goal was enough to win it for us.
Over £1,000 for the winner and £300 for the loser. So it's always worth entering the FA Cup. But as we said here, as we said it earlier off camera, neither team has played here before, and the conditions, both teams had to go through it. But the Lilywhites come through. They really stood the test today of the long pitch and the counter attack.
Yeah, well, listen, we've showed a different side to our game today. We had to dig in and win ugly, and I'm sure it won't be the first time I'll say that this season. Of course, there's loads of things we can do better and this, that, and the other. But when if you've played the game, you know how difficult it would be today. And obviously, when they go 1-0 down as well, there's just like a free hit to go Geronimo, and you could have got caught. We defended brilliantly, and we broke well on some counter attacks. So. The lads are out on their feet at the end. They've given their all again. We've got 4 missing today. So overall, we're in the hat for the next round. So and we kept another clean sheet, and we've won again. So hopefully we can work hard this week in training and prepare for Holmesdale on Saturday.
Win here today. We know we'll be away no matter what in the next tie. I think it is Littlehampton or Mersham, or it might be
Littlehampton or Tooting.
Sorry, there you go.
So,
Tooting and Mitcham. Sorry, maybe I've got that wrong. So no matter what happens, we are going to be away. But again, you said it before, it's about getting the results, and it doesn't matter about how you win football games, is it? It's about, all that matters is getting the results, getting through to the next round, getting the money in the club, and making sure that we continue to push on.
Yeah, that's in everything. Our main aim this year is to get out of this league. But obviously in between there's loads of cup competitions. We're going to have to sort of rotate the squad, obviously, with some games and whatever, but there's some big decisions to make today again, because even with the 4 missing, we've got some players coming back in that are on the bench again. So it's going to be like that this season, and the lads have, like I said, got to try and stick together. I know it's not nice, I said, but it's going to be a long old season. But the most important thing is to chalk the wins off, and however you do it, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, just get the wins. But for me, it shows that we can do the ugly side. Last week I thought it was a really good solid performance with some good football, etc. Today, we played some nice stuff at times in the first half, but we've done some really ugly stuff as well, and we've dug in. So it shows that we're not going to just roll over and have our bellies tickled.
Nathan Wood getting a goal today. It took him a long time to get off the mark last season, but he's always a player that's trying. He's not giving up halfway through a game. How happy are you that he got a goal early on? Also as well, happy that it's someone else who's scoring. It isn't just one man who's constantly scoring. We're a threat everywhere.
No, it's just I feel for Woody, because I don't know if it got to him last year, because we obviously come in late knockings, and it was a bit of a standard joke about, because he give everything except that goal. Today he's, like you say, and it's a great strike as well by the world. Yeah. So hopefully that gives him a lift. But the boy's got so much ability. His work ethic's second to none, and he just needs to enjoy his football and play. And I don't think he puts too much pressure on himself. I'm not sure, but he's a great lad. He's a really good lad when you get to know him. And the important thing is to try and keep him smiling and keep him happy, because an happy Woody can, even at the last 10 minutes, his fitness levels and the way he was taking people on at the end was him and Casey. They're a real handful on their side. On their day, either side. So I'm pleased for Woody that he's off the mark.
Yeah, Casey, another player today, getting. Any time I looked up and was commentating 3 or 4 players around him, it was almost messy. But again, the fans are here today. Coach come down. People actually travelled as well via car. So it shows how much this club is evolving as well. I think Dan, who's the head of supporters club behind you, he was telling me a story last week about how it was just him and someone else, and now supporters are coming. The chairman's on there today. How important is that as well?
Well, my feelings on that is the most important thing is the football club. When the football's done, like last week, everyone was in the bar, everyone was mixing, everyone was chatting. Some of the fans were a little bit surprised at how everyone was open, but that's what it's got to be. You've got to be in it, because there's going to be some bad times, good times, and whatever. At the moment, we all know what, Gary's come in and made a massive difference to the football club. There's loads of, history here with the bodies behind, on the board with the leaders, etc. So You know, you've got the Miles and people like that have been around for ages. That, you know, we want to try and make this a successful season for the football club. You know, it was close last season. Unfortunately, after the relegation, the favourite tag's going to be put on us all the time. But for the town to come out and see what's happening with the women's team, with the youth section, you know, there is history at this football club as well. That it's just a nice atmosphere. But it would be even nicer if we could just continue doing what we're doing and all be approachable. You know, that's everyone, players with board and players with fans.
Thank you very much, Gaffer.
Cheers, Brownie.